take attendance or a roll call.
Each member is acknowledging that they are attending the meeting via Zoom and that they are located in Wayne County, Michigan, unless otherwise stated when I call your name. Commissioner Varga?
Here.
Commissioner Marecki?
Here.
Commissioner Baydoun?
Here.
Commissioner Kinlock?
Present.
Chair Anderson?
Present.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. The only remark I have is that I did receive a message or a phone call from our court counsel that he wasn't going to be able to be here today. Apparently, he is a incoming head of the Bar Association, and he had to attend that meeting and was not any chance of moving it around, and which I understand. But I think Carter is with us, if I'm not mistaken, and we'll stand in for him, and the rest of the members of the administration that have been present at our meetings are also here, I believe. So, but anyway, that's all of my remarks. Madam Clerk, the agenda.
We're moving to item C, approval of the October 21st, 2021 meeting minutes.
Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved. Support.
Support.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay. Seeing none, minutes are approved. Madam Clerk.
We're moving to item D1 under new business, an update from James Heath, Carter Fisher, Jay Shandor, Bill Rath, and Victoria Innes Edwards regarding the status of the criminal justice complex.
Just wanted to mention that James Heath also said that Bill Rath, and I'm not sure if he's online with us today, but he had been ill, and I'm not sure, I don't see him on here, but hopefully he'll be able to join us. I'm not sure about that. But anyway, I'll go to Carter Fisher, and Carter, would you kick things off with the report from your crew?
Sure. Thank you, Commissioner Anderson.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. This month, we're moving along in the same sort of path that we were talking about last month, where almost all of our construction activity is happening indoors. The cup is up and fully operational, so we're very happy about that. It'll be providing heat and power as needed this winter. Right now, crews are working at all of the buildings on site to make sure that permanent power is connected. We're already receiving gas at most of the sites, and our air handling units have been on as the weather has gotten colder to provide some internal heat, and that is critical for some of the sort of finishing activities that we're doing inside, particularly painting around the CJC. So that's a big deal for us. But if you were to drive by the complex and just look at it from the outside, it would look like not much is going on the outside of the building, because not much is going on. We're pretty much sealing off all of the buildings and moving all of the work into sort of carpentry and other trades that happen indoors. So we're pleased with the progress that's being made there, even if it's not visible from the outside of the building. And we're actually moving towards sort of another point in the project where I think it would probably be productive to have commissioners come down and take a tour if you're interested. One of the big things that the carpentry teams are focused on is in the courthouse, where they're building a model courtroom, and we think that's a couple months away from being completed. They're actually about to put in carpeting over the next month, and that's one of the last steps that they'll have to take to make that model courtroom a reality. And that the idea behind that is to give particularly the court users, but really all of our end users, a look at what the courtrooms are projected to look like now, and if we need to change anything, to be able to sort of see that in real 3D space and make suggestions and sort of point out any issues they may have. So we're working with the courts and all of our end users to make sure that everything on the inside of this building is up to their standards, and we're trying to get them all the items on their wish list as well right now. So
Carter, just to follow up on your comment about tour, you're probably looking at March or April, right? Because you said that courtroom wouldn't be probably ready to view until for a couple of months. And I know
I
we
think
got the
that's right.
holidays and then who knows what the weather's going to be.
Right. No, I think that's probably prudent to project it as an early spring tour. And the sort of the further down the line we are, not only will that courtroom be ready, but we'll have maybe some office space that will be more built out as well. But they're making quick process with some of the carpentry that needs to be done for individual offices. A lot of in the report that you should have received from Rock, which is a sort of PDF PowerPoint presentation, you'll see a lot of photos of shelving and cabinetry and stuff like that they're already putting in. So they're making good progress on the inside of the building, and we're working with the end users now to make sure that they get sort of all the infrastructural support that they need in those areas as well.
Okay, thank you.
That's about all I have as far as construction. I see that Victoria Innes Edwards is on. I don't know if she wants to share anything about.
Yeah, I can do a quick update, and I apologize. I'm multitasking. I stepped out of one meeting, so I'm kind of in a common area. So I am masked. Hopefully you can hear me. How's everybody doing?
Good. Thank you for being here.
Oh, my pleasure. So we are trending still on the positive. So when you look at our overall spend report, we're at approximately overall 56%. And that is 56% of all the money spent as with Wayne County businesses. So that's huge when you think about the budget and the whole goal of us recycling these dollars within our own community. We're doing a great job. Workforce is still trending about 36%. It kind of vacillates between 36 and 39%, depending on the time. With our workforce, again, we have also seen that Barton Mallow has been able to add additional boot camps and apprentice on the program onto the project. So that has really been a huge feather in our caps, exposing more of our young people to the skilled trades, giving them a chance to experience it, and then hands-on knowing this is what they want to be able to do. We are hopeful that we will very shortly be able to go into the next phase where you will see, again, fruits of our efforts with the FF&E portion. This is where we've done a lot of our workshops, trying to get folks from the community certified, get them ready for the bids that'll be coming up. So the FF&E portion, which is the fixtures, furniture, and all everything, including the kitchen sink, that will come into the building. We're going to start focusing on that, and you'll be able to see a lot more of those bids coming up in the very near future. I'm a little short today on the report, kind of staying in the same cadence, which is a good thing. I am sure after the holiday, we will have a more robust and hopefully some even new opportunities to talk about.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Is there anyone here from the other folks, Bill Rath or Shandor, or is Bill Rath off ill today?
I believe Bill Rath is still recovering. We do actually have on the call with us Jared Altabello, who's an architect with CGL that helps us with all sorts of areas on the project, including FF&E and some other design review aspects of the project. So if you have any questions for him, I'm sure he'd be happy to jump in. But we are a little short-staffed with Bill being under the weather.
Jared, do you have anything you'd like to report? I know it sounds like you've been there a while, but maybe you're not familiar with the committee and the reports that are usually provided.
I am. Hello, everybody. Again, as Carter mentioned, I'm an architect with CGL, and I am. I've been on the project actually since about September of 2019. So I am fairly, or I mean, I'm obviously familiar with the project, but I am acutely aware of what information you all receive for these meetings. Really, nothing new to report on our end. Carter did a good job of summarizing that. And as he also mentioned, I'm working with Victoria on the FF&E side and the Wayne County inclusion to make sure that as we move forward, we're able to try and harness that and take advantage of that where we can. So, but ultimately, overall, on the project. Things are moving forward nicely, actually at a very quick pace. And they're, as he mentioned, it'll be great to get you all out on site to take a tour as things start to get more tightened up and finished out, so that you can really see what the final space is going to look like. As he mentioned, the courthouse is progressing nicely. The ADF as well. A lot of activity across the entire site daily.
Are there any architectural things that you've noticed, or any issues up to this point as far as design or any other shortcomings?
No, I mean, nothing out of the norm from a construction standpoint, right? There's always going to be little things that need to be fixed here and there, just in terms of the details and small RFIs that need to be taken care of. But I don't think anything at this time that's of major note.
Okay, thank you. Any commissioner have a question? Any members of the committee?
None at this time. So everything as far as the timeline and actually finishing construction and the timeline that we have in place is still on point.
Yes, we actually just received a report from Rock yesterday, which is sort of the basis for the report that was made to the commission. And they actually updated us again yesterday, saying, as of right now, everything is on schedule. They're monitoring any potential delays due to COVID, especially in terms of supply chain issues for construction materials. But right now, they've actually been able to mitigate a lot of supply chain issues just by having their orders in well ahead of time and sort of having their logistical items straightened out, well into the future. So it sounds like they're doing pretty well, both in terms of potential material and labor shortages due to COVID.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So Carter, just to follow up on that, are we still looking at October of next year?
I think September of next year, actually.
September?
Yeah, sometime either late third quarter or early fourth quarter of next year, we'll be at substantial completion, and then we'll begin our move-in process, which we've also been working with our end users on now to sort of get schematics straightened out, make sure everyone understands sort of policies for the new facility and how those things work. So we're having meetings on a weekly basis with end users to make sure they're prepared for that period.
All right, thank you. Anyone else have questions on the committee?
Yeah, Commissioner Anderson, I
Yes,
think Carter,
Commissioner Baydun.
I think Carter answered the question somewhat, but considering the global shortage of labor and the problem with the supply chain, you still don't see any delay in finishing this project, right?
Certainly not from a construction standpoint. We're working to mitigate any concerns we might have as far as furniture, fixtures, and equipment once the move-in actually begins. But especially from a construction standpoint, it does not look like we're going to have a delayed substantial completion date at this time.
That's good to know. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other questions by members of the committee? Is there anyone else that has a question or comment? Not on the committee. Okay. I appreciate the reports, and if no one else has any comments or things to add, then I guess we'll have a short meeting today. All right. I will, Madam Clerk, do we have anyone online that you can see, or any comments you've received or questions by email?
I haven't received any, Chair, but we do have to move to item E, such other matters is maybe properly submitted before the committee.
Okay, thank you for correcting me there. Are there any other such other matters that may be properly submitted, that have been properly submitted to the committee? I haven't received any. Does anyone want to bring anything up at this time? If there's not.
Mr. Chair,
Oh, yes, Commissioner Varga.
are we having a meeting in are we having a meeting in December?
It's right now, it's probably less than 50% chance. The court counsel, Heath, mentioned about he was willing to do a special meeting if we needed to. He indicated there were some things that he would want to present at that time, but I need to get more information on what that is and to make sure that it's not going to conflict with what we have planned. I believe, isn't that the last meeting of the, it would be the last meeting of the year, and I don't know if we're having any type of lunch or anything like that. I haven't heard that from the chair's office. So, but I'll announce, very soon if we're going to have one. Is that okay?
Okay, because yeah, we could have a special one during any other day. It doesn't necessarily have to be after
Right.
if they need to.
That's what we're looking at. If the need is there, then we'll schedule it before the last meeting. Anyone else? Any other commissioner?
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other commissioner have any questions or comments? Seeing none, Madam Clerk. I
We're
think we
moving to
covered
item.
public comments. We probably covered that already, but I'll ask one more time. Any other public comments? I don't see anyone online. And you indicated, did you not, Madam Clerk, that there was no one that has submitted an email or online asking for an opportunity to speak?
That is correct, Chair. I did not receive any emails.
Okay, and move the agenda then?
We're moving to item G, adjournment.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Support.
Support.
Jen Long.
We are adjourned. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone have a nice Thanksgiving.
You too.
Thank you.